Clap sync. 3,
2,
1.
Oh yeah.
That's actually pretty good.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Not gonna lie. Welcome back to the Saturdays with the Boys podcast. I'm your host, Jonathan.
I'm your other host, Bailey.
And,
What guy Colin?
and yeah, today we have one of the people
Yeah.
with us, Colin.
Mm-hmm.
But all together we are. Well, me and Bailey are
Co-host.
co-hosts. That's our new intro, Colin. Do you like that?
Yeah.
Me and Bailey are co-hosts. I think we finally decided on that. Bailey, for the longest time, tried telling me that we are co-hosts, and I
No,
didn't
I'm
believe
the
him.
host.
No, I'm pretty sure I'm the host.
Okay, whatever.
Oh yeah, whatever. Sure. But
Sure, Jan.
today we have, like I said, Colin here, that black guy, Colin,
Yeah.
and we get to talk a little bit about our camping trip, as we mentioned in the previous podcast. Sadly, we do not have Bob with us. He could not join us on this very interesting podcast.
On
But-
this very rainy day.
This very rainy day, yes, sir. But at least we get to talk about the camping trip, and let's just start with your guys's your guys's drive, because we took two separate cars up there, my car and Bailey's car, and Colin went with Bailey, and so since I don't have Bob to kind of share the experience with me, you guys can go first. So tell me a little bit about your car drive and what you guys did.
Well, we're trying to coordinate with you. Whenever I put my turn signal on, you're supposed to get over, but you never did. So that was great. And then
When?
on the highway.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, other than that, we just kind of listened to music on the way up there and talked about random things.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Colin, what do you think of the drive?
It was long.
Long.
Yeah.
What else? Can you all stop making such a ruckus over there? Jesus,
Ah.
what is wrong with you guys? Freaking mechanical controller Andy over here, pressing all the buttons.
Colin?
It was good. Bailey drives really good. Except for Jonathan.
Yeah.
What do you try to say?
He should have been driving next to us, but you weren't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you decided to go forward past us and go yee.
Well, I mean, that was the drive back.
No, you went ahead of us.
Oh yeah. The
Too.
drive with you
But
guys.
I got behind you.
Yeah,
Eventually.
he got behind me. I told Bob while we were sitting in the car, I was like, watch me pass him, and I passed him, and it was funny.
Okay, so on the way back, you're talking about on the way back?
No,
right?
I'm talking about the way there. I haven't talked about the way back yet.
Oh.
We have to finish the story first.
I thought you
before
were
we
talking. No, I
can
thought you were
talk
talking about the way back.
No. Like you guys said, me and Bob's drive was mostly the same. We were just sitting there talking about random shit, listening to different songs, jammed out to God's Country
Nice.
and the Hannah Montana song.
Ooh.
The
The
Party
Climb?
in the USA.
Oh,
No, not
that's
the Climb.
that's not Hannah Montana. That's actually Miley Cyrus. They're two different people.
You know, they can be the same person if I
Nope.
want them to be.
But
I'm only saying that because recently me and Bailey watched the Hannah Montana movie with one of our
Yeah.
friends because we're cool like that. And yes, it was a girl. It was not a guy, so don't worry. This
Yeah.
is not a gay podcast.
it's not. Yeah.
I mean, Colin over here. Colin over here's
Colin's over here like giving us a weird look. So
he's
maybe it is.
smiling at us. Colin over here, he's been trying to get me to play games with him all week, and I don't think we both mean the same thing anymore.
I don't know.
Well, I talking about Xbox. I know what you're talking about.
Uh huh.
What drugs am I on? I'm on the good drugs, bro. The ones that make you high on life.
Oh, and if Colin doesn't talk most of this podcast, because he's playing Xbox right now.
Yeah, this nerd over here is playing Xbox. He's really just here for our moral
Oh,
support.
do you have gum?
Do not chew gum on the podcast. What is wrong
You
with
ate all of your gum.
There was only one piece left. You didn't ask. I could have split it in 3 for you guys.
You guys are so scuffed.
No, you're scuffed.
You're scuffed.
You're scuffed.
Can you stop mocking me?
Can you stop mocking
You
me?
act like a child on this podcast. We're supposed to be professionals.
child.
They're expecting professionals.
No, they aren't.
Yes, they are.
Let's be honest. They really aren't.
This podcast will be a little bit shorter because Bailey has to go somewhere, so very sorry about that. And
Very
also
true.
we will have editing done on this, so it'll probably be 30 minutes, maybe a little bit longer.
Maybe.
Just a little short podcast, just to give you guys a little taste. We don't want you guys to lose interest.
Yeah, exactly. We don't.
Well, I mean, there will be 3 podcasts posted at the exact same time, like we talk about every single podcast so far, because that's what Apple requires of us.
It doesn't
and
require, but they prefer it. So we're like, might as well.
might as well. Something that I want to talk to you guys about is our name, Saturdays with the Boys. And like I told Bailey earlier in the week, what do you think? What do you guys think about the name? Do you think we should keep it? Do you think we should change it? Because as we've probably figured out, the other 2 guys probably will not be able to join us because they're just not having it. Like we said, there were supposed to be 6 guys going on this camping trip, and there was only 4, sadly. Unfortunately.
Yeah, but okay, I say we keep the name Saturday with the Boys. But like you wanted to use like Degenerates or whatever.
Yeah.
I say we keep Saturdays with the Boys, but we have like a poster or whatever Degenerates on the back.
Poster Degenerates.
Like we're just kind of both.
For our description, if you guys are, since you guys are listening to this, you might see our description on like Apple Podcast or on YouTube or wherever. On Instagram. If we post about it, you'll just see like a couple of degenerates sitting in a room talking about stuff on Saturdays. Well, that will be released on Saturdays. You guys don't know whenever we record this podcast. You guys don't know us.
Yeah, you don't know.
Unless if we did a live podcast, which I don't know how that would ever work, but I mean, it could work.
Do you think it could work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It depends, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted to talk about that just a little briefly, and if you guys have any suggestions, just leave it down in the 5-star comments below, because as now you guys know, we love our 5-star comments, even though we haven't received any, because we haven't uploaded anything yet. But this will all be coming in the future. Very excited about the future, aren't you?
Yes, actually.
Yes, I changed my Instagram thing today.
Why?
Because I wanted to stop thinking about the past, and I just wanted to think about the future. So I put a little bit of inspirational quote, and I.
Huh?
I could have sworn I just saw a ghost. I saw something right here. Yo, I'm not joking.
Colin's tripping.
I'm coming for your soul, Colin.
That was a creepy
That
thing.
what was
Bro,
that voice?
Colin
What was that
is
voice I just
tripping.
did? I got a smoker's lung, bro. I can't speak anymore. I went, I'm coming for your, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for your soul, Colin. That sounded really gross. I was trying to do a much creepier, darker voice, but apparently today's just one of those days,
I mean, it is rainy and cold, so.
Yeah. But I mean, man, now you guys got me on a tangent. Don't even remember what I was talking about. Oh yeah, changed my Instagram profile, and I put a little bit of inspirational quote. I put, "Life is like a book, and you never know what the next chapter might hold."
Next page.
Next page. No, I put next chapter. I put the next chapter. Because you never know what the chapter will be. You don't know the name of the chapter till you get to that chapter. The next page will continue the story of that previous chapter.
Bro,
But it's
part of
okay.
the table of context.
Mine's a table of contents, actually.
Context, yes.
Did you say
Context or contents?
I don't even know. I can't speak English.
Sorry for our dumb
Colin
friend
doesn't know how
Colin.
to speak English.
Yeah.
No, it's really.
Or it's
Teaching English to
It's
the
a hard teaching English to Africans.
teaching English
Whoa.
to the Africans.
Mixed, alright?
You're mixed.
Yeah, that
Colin is a piece of artwork, as we've said before. Earlier today while we were all at lunch, I said Colin's a piece of artwork because we don't know what his mom is, we don't know what his dad is, and we don't know what their moms or dad were before that. So he's just a piece of artwork throughout the generations. He's like a piece of Picasso, okay? He's just got a whole lot of shapes in him. Don't really know what he is, but he's beautiful. Yes. I mean, pretty tall guy, pretty nice guy. Everyone loves Colin. We don't bash on Colin.
I don't know if everyone loves him.
Now, Bob, on the other hand, no one likes Bob. Bob's worse, obviously.
Yeah, he needs help.
Just kidding. Bob, we know you're listening to this right now, and we love you, Bob.
Bob's the dude. He's that one.
Bob's the man. But let's talk about the camping trip. What were your guys' opinions on it? Would you guys have any stories?
Colin, what's
Messing
your
up my
opinion on it?
speaking. I'm a little
My
tired.
opinion on it,
What is your opinion on it?
I feel like it was fun. If we would have stayed out there longer, we would have done a lot more.
You might want to
Yeah.
talk a little bit into the microphone. You're a little far away. Yeah.
Fine, I will.
Yeah, talk into the microphone.
So as I was saying,
Yeah.
If we would have stayed out there longer, we could have did more
Yeah.
instead of only staying there for what, 2 days, 3 days.
Technically
Three, but we only stayed there for one full day,
Yeah.
and then we had 2 half days.
Yeah.
But that's
if, like,
fine.
if we like get like a week off or something, go camp for a week.
Me and Bailey could never do that because we have work.
And I have things to pay for.
Yeah. So that kind of
maybe
sucks.
in the summer.
Like during the summer.
Yeah.
Definitely during the summer we'll go all kinds of camping, but next camping trip,
We're going somewhere different. We
we're-
don't know where.
and we might just take my camper instead of a tent. We don't know yet. We might bring out a camper
Yeah,
somewhere.
because last time it rained on us. This last time it rained on us when we were trying to pack things in, and we were like, or I was like, I don't know. I don't feel like packing wet things in my car again.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, even if it did rain, it's still a sucky thing to take down a camper whenever it rains.
but like if we had a camper, even if we were staying longer, we had a camper, and we know there's not gonna be any leaks, which there was in our tent
Yeah.
because someone didn't close the door.
I don't know who that person was.
Jonathan.
You know, it's just in the middle of the night, you know, someone just decided not to
It
close
wasn't
the door.
even middle of the night. It was like 9 o'clock.
9.
All right, you know what, guys?
Someone decided to bring the trash into the tent.
Yeah, well, someone responsible decided to bring the trash into the tent.
Didn't you
Nah,
The trash. Okay, shut up. I know I have a speech impediment. Yeah, I know. We could have been killed by a bear if we kept the trash
Could have been
outside.
killed by a bear since you didn't close the freaking door.
Well,
And brought the trash in. Because then when I come in the trash, we're all sleeping there.
The trash would have been outside and just been rummaged through the trash.
you know what? You know what? I care about the environment. Okay. How about that? How about that? And if we would have left it out there, guess what would have happened to the trash? It would have gone into the river.
No, wouldn't have.
It would have flown away.
Nope.
Yep.
It would have stayed right there.
All right, you guys are just hating on me. I know.
Yep.
You guys are just hating because you guys like me more than everyone else in the group. So
I like you
Let's-
more than, we like you more than Bob.
Yeah,
everyone likes me more than Bob.
It's true.
that's really
Okay, so camping trip. Tell me your guys' stories. What stories do you guys have?
Colin, what was your
favorite
what was
moment?
your favorite moment? What you would say?
My favorite moment is when we tried to record the podcast at night and that went terrible.
Yeah, we tried to record a podcast on my phone at night, but we were just like
We don't know why. We were all it was really late. It was like
wait, it was 10 o'clock.
I'm an old man. I like to go to bed at 3 p.m. So hop off, Bailey. How about that?
You hop off.
But yeah, we tried to record a podcast. We were all sitting there. I was tired. I was delusional because I've been driving, and we were just all really tired. And Bailey's just like, "All right, we're recording a podcast." And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Bailey, Jonathan, clap sync. 3, 2, 1." And we went,
What was that again?
and then clap sync. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, one more time. What was that again?
Clap sync. 3, 2, 1.
I thought that's basically how it was, like, when we tried to start.
I thought you were just joshing me for a second. You were just trying to make it all uneven, and I was like, "You guys really suck." But yeah, it was uneven. It was awful. We didn't know what to talk about, but it was fun. The next day we wake up. This amazing person right here, Bailey. This amazing person right here, Bailey, decided to make us breakfast because we told him to. But before that, me and Bob had to wake up early and go get some firewood. So me and Bob.
Oh no.
Hey, why don't
Hey,
you
the
silence
one
your
thing you're
phone?
supposed to do during the podcast is silence your phone.
Oh, it's my dad, though. I mean,
All right, we'll take it. We'll edit this part out. But you're lucky.
hello? Cooking.
Yeah. But before that, me and Bob had to wake up early, right?
You can get firewood. Yeah.
Go get firewood. We were driving down the road, and I was like, "All right, Bob, I don't have any service, so we're gonna drive until we get service." 15 minutes later, we got service. He put in the address to the nearest gas station. Yeah, sorry, my throat's a little dry. Just I haven't been drinking any Dr. Pepper lately, you know, and I think that might help, you know. Dr. Pepper, please sponsor us.
Please.
That fresh, refreshing.
Yeah.
The fresh, smoothing taste of Dr. Pepper.
You're really struggling over
It's about as smooth as Tennessee whiskey, you know.
Tennessee whiskey.
Yes, sir. But we got the firewood and we started to drive back. Me and Bob get there and Bailey's like, "Where's the fire starter?" I was like, what do you mean, where's the fire starter? And he's like, we said to go get a fire starter. And I was like, no, you didn't. You said to go get firewood. You said you weren't
I
worried.
said fire
You
starter.
weren't worried about starting the fire on the other nights. You were just worried about the first night, and that's the reason why we had one fire starter. So I was thinking to myself, Bailey can just start the fire because he's a
I was like-
grizzly man.
I was
He's
like,
a
you know what, we
grizzly
don't-
bear.
Like, you know what? We don't got no fire starters. So I'm gonna see if there's any embers left. So I go stirring around in the fire pit, and lo and behold, there are some.
Which, we really didn't think that there were going to be any embers because someone decided the night before to take a leak on the embers. And I wonder who that was,
yeah,
Bailey.
Yeah, yeah.
I wonder who that was.
I took a piss on the embers.
Yeah. Good old. It smelled good for a couple of seconds,
Yeah,
got
it
got
did.
that good old fluid
Did
smell
not
going
smell
around.
terrible.
It only went through your guys' part of the tent. Me and Bob didn't smell anything.
I smelt it when I was peeing.
I didn't smell it.
Speaking about the tent, thank you guys for picking the most uneven spot to sleep on. We were rolling down the hill the entire night.
I wasn't wrong because I was on a cot, but
Yeah.
Colin didn't. I don't think did you roll?
Oh yeah.
He rolled. Yeah, you kept on saying, "Oh, you guys just picked the wrong side of the tent." No, Colin kept rolling. Bob kept on rolling. It was awful, but
That's rough.
it was
I
good.
went onto a rock and it was not good.
Yeah,
You even said there's a rock where you're lying, but you never moved.
I didn't feel like it. I was too tired.
That was your fault then.
we're all.
Forget.
It's always.
Lay back down and remember there was a rock.
It's always too tiring. But nice job getting hit by that car, Colin. But so we got breakfast going, and then I told the boys we're going hiking. So we start to go hiking. We walk in the water area, and we climb up waterfalls, go throughout this amazing, beautiful scenery. And we get to the top of the cliff of where we want to go.
We get
And
near the top and figure out how to get on the actual top of it.
Yeah, and only me and Bailey go, and because I know Bob can't climb, and he was gonna fall.
Oh, speaking
And
of Bob,
Colin was too big.
No, speaking of Bob can't climbing, when there's like a couple waterfalls on the way up, like small ones that we just kind of got bored, and so we checked out, and like we just kind of walked and jumped on the rocks that were not like that slippery. But Bob, he slipped. His shoe got wet once, so he was like, "I'm just gonna walk through the water," and retarded Bob over here just walks through the water. All the other things we went through, all the other like places we went to, he just walked through the water instead of stepping on the rocks that we did.
Yeah,
Like,
because Bob is a very smart boy, obviously.
he's really not.
But yeah, he wondered why his socks and shoes got wet, and he was complaining about the entire time we were walking. But that's not our fault. But yeah, we got to the part where we had to climb, and I was like, Bob, you're not gonna be able to do this, so don't follow us. And I was like, Colin, go with Bob because Colin had a backpack on, and I didn't want Colin to slip and fall with a machete in his backpack and kill himself.
I mean, safety first.
Yeah, Colin was deathly scared that a bear was gonna come attack him.
I'm left. What do you expect?
First to die in a horror film
Yup.
over here. But yeah, me and Bailey climb up this like billy goat path all the way to the top of the cliff. We get some service, we call our parents, tell them how beautiful it is, hear them say be careful about a million
Speaking
times.
of calling my parents, I called my mom and dad like 50,000 times. Then I called my grandma and she answers right away.
Yeah.
And then I had to call my dad's work phone for him to even answer. Like,
Yeah.
what is this?
Yeah, you could have just been stranded on the side of the
I
road.
could have been like,
Could have been dead, could have been running from a killer.
I could have been like almost dying, and like my
Almost
car
died?
Yeah, almost dying. My car like broken down, dead, and I would have had nobody, bro.
Would have had nobody. Nobody knows
The trouble I've
seen. Nobody knows.
All right, stop being
But
retarded.
Jesus. But yeah, we climbed to the top of it. We walk back down, and there's a path, an easier path to go up. And I say, Colin, you idiot. There was an easy path to go up, and I told Bob that he was an idiot too, because you guys decided to go up that path and then say, where's the path? When it was right in front of you the entire time. You guys just didn't decide to look over a log and decide that's where the path was.
I mean, that was
So
Stupid.
our first time there, so we didn't really.
It was my first time.
it was
there,
my
too.
first time climbing up that path too.
Well, you guys were coming down it, so you actually knew where to go.
I told you guys though when we got to the top of the cliff, look, there's a path. And you guys didn't do it.
It's true. I was there.
But anyways, we got down from the path. We decided to go into Helen. First we drive through the mountains though. We get some beautiful scenery. Bailey's car starts to smell like ass. And
Hey. Her transmission is not the best, so I had to pull over to let it cool down because it smelled like booty hole.
Yeah, it really did. And I thought we were gonna die. But then I decided to take a tactical nap. Don't know what happened after that.
Nap.
Yeah.
Tactical nap.
Tactical nap, bro. It's whenever you get so tired that you're like, all right, I'm done. And me as an introvert, I need that all the time because I don't like people. But at the same time, I love people. It's very weird. I'm a very introvert person. And yeah. But how was the drive for you guys? Tell me about your guys' experience driving up the mountains.
It was fun for me because I was the one driving.
Yeah. Bailey was driving.
I was eating around all the corners.
And
I did not
was
have the
just
gas
sitting
for
there
it.
enjoying the ride. I mean, it was really smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we got into Helen. Tell us about your experience.
Okay, so Helen, me, the one driving, Helen was packed because what was it, like Oktoberfest or whatever?
Yeah, all of October is Oktoberfest.
So I didn't know that. I was like, why is it packed? And then Jonathan wakes up and he goes, yeah, it's because it's Oktoberfest. I'm like, what? Like, yeah.
And also, Helen is always busy. I thought Bailey already knew
I
this.
didn't
but
know that because I've only been to Savannah, so. But we got into Helen, and I really had to go pee when we got in. We spent another like 30 minutes trying to get through traffic to get to a gas station so we could go pee.
Me too.
And so that wasn't fun because I was like dying. But you know, it's whatever.
It is whatever. It's okay though.
And then Colin here took forever going to the bathroom because someone.
It's not my fault. I ate a whole pack of mints before.
Yo, okay, so he had what is it like
Listerine.
Listerine strips or whatever. You're only supposed to take one, but they melted together in his pocket. So he's like, I'm just gonna. We're like, he's like, I should just eat it. And we're like, okay, do it. And he eats it, and you can literally smell his breath, like the
and
mint.
it just smells awful. It
the
smells
mint-
like too
It was
minty.
terrible.
Yeah, all the mint. You could. He would talk, and the surrounding area would just become
Like
mint.
mint.
And it was.
You could
like,
see the green coming out of his breath.
It was just like no, don't.
and it
then,
just, it smelled so good that it smelled bad. Honestly.
Yeah. So
That was okay.
and so he was in the bathroom for a little bit, you know, clearing
Yeah,
his
it's not-
bowels.
It's not really that good for you. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Would recommend to do it again or would not?
Would not.
Would not.
I mean, if you can't take a dump, just eat a pack of mints and you set.
Yeah. Colin over here had to
Eat
go.
a pack of Listerine strips and you're good to go.
Wish Bob was here to tell the story because Bob also had to use the restroom and he had to wait after Colin.
No,
And
I really wanna go
This
to
is
Col-
this is actually funny because I look at Colin and I say, "Hey, how bad do you have to go to the bathroom?" And he's like, "Oh, not that bad. I only have to go pee." He goes in there, spends about a good solid couple of minutes,
30 minutes.
and Bob's over here having to actually use the bathroom, and Bob has to go ask the people in the gas station, "Can I use the ladies' room?"
Well, I
Because
mean,
he had to go so bad, and Colin was taking so long.
no,
he had
I
to use the
told him-
ladies'
I texted
room.
him saying, "Ask to go use the ladies' room." Right? He didn't get that text.
He never got the text.
I don't know, cause he was just standing there, and I like yelled at him, telling him to go ask, and he wouldn't ask, and they said, "Yeah."
You can use the ladies' room.
But like, who has to go to bathroom that bad where they have to ask to use the girls' restroom?
Obviously, Bob.
People that have to use their bathroom.
Obviously, Bob. I was about to ask to use the girls' restroom just because I didn't feel like waiting, but you know,
You were the first one. Oh well, no, you
Nope.
just had to wait on me to go pee.
Colin was.
It's okay.
No, you were, and then
It was me,
and then
you,
Colin.
and then it was Colin, and then it was Bob. Well, Bob at the same time, and then Colin had to go back in.
Yeah, it wasn't fun.
Yeah. Colin had a mint just
spewing
just
out his booty hole,
spewing out of every hole that he has.
spewing
just-
out every orifice.
Just a mint man.
A minty boy.
I'm very minty boy. But we get out of Helen. We were gonna walk, but we decided to not walk around, and we
Because it was
just
just too packed.
we decided to go home, and we're walking.
You mean back to the camp?
Well, back to the camper, obviously. Well, the tent. Back to the tent, and we eat.
What was that?
Well, do we eat? No. We get the fire started, and then we eat, and we had
we ate
some
early.
very, very good hamburgers with bacon. The bacon, though.
Bacon tasted terrible because one, I don't think it was actually real. Like, it wasn't like, I don't know. It wasn't like the bacon that I thought it was.
Yeah, it was very
But-
thick pieces, but at
Yeah.
the same time, not something you want to cook over an
But
iron skillet on a
The
open
iron
fire.
skillet was kind of dirty from the day before, so it just kind of like tasted bad and kind of burnt. So if it was like the real bacon that I thought it was, it would have been fine, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
But you know.
Anyways, Cullen has found a sign in this game, and it says, "I married my dad," and it's this young, beautiful woman with a very, very old man. Hey, look, he kind of looks like a Mr. Clinton over there. More jobs, no jobs, blowjobs.
Wow.
It's what the Clinton Foundation is all about, obviously.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. Now saying that, we're all gonna disappear in like 3 seconds.
Good.
3, 2, 1. All right, and we're back 5 years later. We spent a couple of nice years in jail, obviously.
Wait 5 years to post.
Waits 5 years to post this. I mean, they don't know when this is coming out. They don't know if that was actually 5 years and that actually happened.
Go to sleep.
I'm recording a podcast.
After
We are-
the podcast.
You
Okay,
he cannot go
When
to
y'all
sleep.
yawn, do your eyes water?
Yes.
Yes,
Hate when that happens because it looks like you're crying and they're like, I'm actually not.
it's okay. I cry all the time. I have mental breakdowns. Hey, it's not funny, okay? When you go into German class and you have to do German stuff, you literally have a mental breakdown every single day.
No, I think that's
I'm
any
not
foreign
even
language.
joking.
I think that's any foreign language class.
I'm not even joking. Every single day last year, I
Say
would
some-
walk into class and I would just have a mental breakdown because I would be like, oh yeah, I have to take this language that I don't even know. And
Say something in German. That's
hel-
not how my name is, Jonathan.
Ich komme aus USA. Ich wohne in Lawrenceville, Georgia.
You live in Lawrenceville, Georgia.
Yeah, I come from the USA. Meine beste Freunde ist Casey. And
Wow, your best friend is Casey. Wow.
Und Colin. Und Bob. Und Michael. Michael is my best German friend. And he actually lives in Germany. He was my German exchange partner. Love that guy. Great guy. Went to Germany over the summer. Amazing place. Would recommend. Women there are beautiful. Yes, they are beautiful. And
Are they mean?
no, they are actually not mean. People have the wrong kind of stereotype about German. They're always like, oh, German is such an aggressive language. Everyone is so mean. Went to Germany. Everyone was super nice. And you would hear the language and you would literally think that these people are speaking God's language. They are just loving the life and being so nice. 13-year-olds will be walking around the streets chugging down wine bottles, smoking a couple of packs of cigarettes. It was beautiful there. Very clean place. One of the German people tried telling me that Germany is not clean and that the USA was cleaner. Don't believe that. The only reason why Germany was dirty was because there were just cigarette butts everywhere. Because there's literal cigarette vending machines everywhere.
Wait for real.
But yeah, I'm not joking.
Oh snap.
Yeah, there's just cigarette.
Yeah, there's actually.
Yeah, there's cigarette vending machines everywhere. It used to be like that in the USA, but they banned those. I'm pretty sure they got rid of all of them.
Yeah, they got rid of all of them.
But yeah, Germany was very beautiful. And then I got to so-called the country that has the language of love, which is France. And
France.
we were in it for no more than an hour in an airport. And I literally thought everyone in that airport was going to kill me because everyone was so aggressive. French is not a beautiful language. It is very ugly. It uses very much of your back of the throat, very, you know. And I, talked to a couple French people. Yeah, they're, like, I'm not saying all French people are mean, but there was this one guy. I was standing, and I asked my teacher, hey, where do you want us to wait by, before the doors or after the doors? This really rude French guy looks at me, and he goes, after the doors. And I'm like, who are you talking about, dude? Like so aggressive, so mean, so out of nowhere. And I was like, I don't like France anymore. France is just awful.
After the door.
After the doors. I can't really do a French accent right now. My voice is completely destroyed.
Bro, get water.
Water's for the weak, just like sleep. Sleep is for the weak. Only people that give up sleep.
I don't think that's how.
And that's the reason why Colin and Bailey sleep,
I don't.
because they're the
Do
weak.
you got something to say?
Yes, you guys are weak.
You don't. You sleep because you're an old man.
You like to go to sleep at 3 p.m.
Yeah, I only do that because I'm an insomniac, and I stay up for like 6 hours after that, and I don't ever get good sleep. Ridden by bad dreams. I wake up 30 minutes before I have to leave for school every single day.
So you go to sleep at...
Bro, I wake up. I
go
up
to
like
sleep-
10 minutes before I have to go to school.
I go to sleep around 10, from 10 to 12, somewhere in between there. Usually fall asleep by myself, don't really know when. And then I wake up in the morning. Because I'll have conversations with people at 10, be completely fine, and then you don't know. Sometimes an hour and a half later, just fall asleep out of the blue, or like 2 seconds later, fall asleep out of the blue. And that's just how life is.
I like how you like text somebody back and then like you wake up, or they text you back and then you wake up and you see their text and you're like, oops.
Yep. Happened with my ex all the time. She got very mad at that. Don't know why. Don't know why. I mean,
It's not like she wanted to talk to you.
Dang, that kind of hurt. But yeah, I always don't think I don't feel bad. If I've ever left you on, like, red at night, it's probably because I fell asleep and I'll get back to you in the morning. I am a very tired boy all the time, and I need as much sleep as I can get. But most of the time, that's not much.
Yeah, exactly. I
So-
don't need a lot of sleep.
So I'm very sorry if I've ever fallen asleep on you. Try to
Nobody
do better.
really cares about.
Try-
if you
try to
fall
do
asleep
better.
on them.
I mean, don't you care?
No.
Well, that's because you're just gay.
Yup.
So, Colin.
Oh,
What's next? what were we talking about? We didn't finish our camping trip story.
oh, yeah,
So,
we did.
second night, we're sleeping, right? Sorry for going on a tangent. What did we do the second night? After we ate, we all tried to go to sleep, but we all slept on one side of the tent.
Mm-hmm.
Very happy we did, because the other side was leaking.
Someone didn't close the door.
And also because the tent had a hole in it. But,
No,
which
actually,
was
It
called the
didn't have a
door.
hole in it.
There wasn't a hole.
Then how'd water get in?
You didn't close the door.
You didn't close the door.
Yeah, but it was Velcroed, so it's not like the
No,
water could
no.
just...
Zipper and Velcro, two different things.
I
One only closes around where the Velcro is, and the zipper closes the entire door.
I know, but Bob was sleeping and water was dripping on him.
Yeah, because water pulled up where the top was, and it started dripping through because it got too wet.
So that was a hole.
There is no hole. It just got
Wet,
The
and it started to drip
the
through.
water stayed in one area, and if it does that, it'll drip through the rain thing.
So there was no hole, but there was a hole.
No, there. No.
And, but we all slept on one side, and we decided this time, instead of laying down so that we would all roll on top of each other, we decided to lay down so we would all kind of just fall towards the bottom. But before we fall asleep, it's Colin is on my left, Bob is on my right, I'm in the middle, and then Bailey's on a cot. Colin started to get a headache, so he got really angry really quick.
Sorry.
I was sleeping on basically a floaty. It was a hiking air mattress
I was sleeping on a
on a cot.
cot.
And then Bob was sleeping on nothing, just like Bob. I mean, just like Colin.
Wow, you call me Bob?
Sorry, Bob's just on the mine, But, yeah, Bob's over here, and we start to pick on Bob a lot. We start to mess around with him, and then he gets up out of nowhere and says, "You white privileged
Mother.
mother truckers," and he goes and he tries to choke Bailey and kill him, and then
I pushed him off my cot.
he pushes Bob off the cot, and then I start to beat up Bob, and then he proceeds to call me a white privileged SOB, and he tries to do the same to me, and then I start to choke out Bob. It was really
And
funny.
then Colin gets mad.
And then Colin gets
He-
mad, and I couldn't stop laughing, and I was literally crying at this point because of how funny everything was just to me. And Bailey was trying to nag me on, and I was nagging on Bailey. And then Bob and Bailey both team up and steal my pillow and start throwing it around. So I decided to jump on top of Bailey with my
And meanwhile, all this going on, Colin's trying to like kill us all.
yeah, Colin's like getting really mad. He keeps on pulling me back down, holds me, can't really hold me. I'd laugh, and then he'd like say, "What were you saying?" And like, you know, be really aggressive with me. But that's just Colin whenever he's tired. We thought it was funny. We didn't take anything to offense, obviously. We were just all guys messing around, but it was just really funny.
Dudes being dudes.
Dudes being dudes.
And
But I
guys being
I gave
guys.
up. I let Bob use my pillow because I knew he needed something. Didn't help him at all. Me didn't help me at all. The floaty that I was basically sleeping on, the stupid little air mattress that I had, not even an inch thick. Probably like a half an inch.
It was an inch.
And it's whatever. And then Colin, he slept on nothing, except for his book bag.
Yeah, I mean, it was comfortable for like the first 30 seconds. Then it just started to hurt my neck. So
And he was too lazy to pull it down. But then we wake up in the morning. We get before we even really wake up, I'm the first to wake up at like 6. And I just notice, hey, water's dripping on me. Why is that? And then why hello dog. And we were, like I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by a dog. I woke up first and I noticed water's dripping on my head. And I was like, that's weird. Water should not be dripping inside of the tent. And I just fall back asleep, and then I wake up like 10 minutes later, and I'm like, man, why is it still dripping on me? I look up, and I am almost completely at the bottom of the tent, and I'm like, this is not where I started to sleep. I look up, and I have slid all the way down to the bottom of the tent because we were on an incline. I look over to Bob. Bob's even further down than me. And then I look over at Colin, and Colin is still right where he was because he had his book bag, and his book bag kind of kept him right there. And he was sleeping on a rock, so I'm pretty sure that was just killing him from the inside. Yep. But we all get up. I'm like, guys, it's raining, so we need to hurry up. We all get our game face on. We take everything super serious. We get everything ready. Me and Bailey pull the cars up, and we have half of our tires in mud, half of them on the side of the road, because we couldn't block the entrance, which is what we would have done if we would have stayed all the way on the road. And then we put everything into the cars. We get everything ready, and as we're about to leave, Bailey goes to pull out, and his car almost doesn't get out, and it gets mud all over my car while he's trying to get out.
Tough,
And it's because Bailey was being smart, and he decided to not turn all the way fully. So this guy was just halfway turning and getting mud on my car, and then he pulls out. And me being smart, I turn my wheel all the way to the road, and then I get out like that, going pretty fast, so that I could get out of the mud. Almost didn't make it. But Phoebe, my Ford Focus, is strong, and she knows how to get out of places. And as we're driving back, me and Bob, we're just kind of taking everything a little bit serious, but Colin and Bailey turned down a different road, and me and Bob were like, all right, whatever, maybe their GPS is taking them a different way, and we end up driving more, and then we get on the highway, and we see Colin and Bailey. And I'm right behind him, and I'm like, all right, Bob, this is it. And we pull up right behind him, and we pull to the side of him, and I'm like, just flick him off. And that's what Bob does, and that's what I do. And then, apparently, what happened from your perspective in the car? What did you guys see? You guys didn't see anything?
No.
But were you doing the same?
I was looking you off.
Yeah. But we were doing that, and then we started to drive off. We got ahead of Bailey because he was driving like a grandma, and but it was raining, so I understand why he was driving a little bit more cautious.
80 and a 60.
Yeah, I was going 80 and a 60. It's okay though.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was.
You're going 90. You went flying.
I
past
did
us.
not go 90. Phoebe's just accelerating quicker than you can.
Don't do that.
I was only driving like 10 minutes, and then we get back. We're we all said I drop off Bob, I get home, and then that was basically the end of the story for the thing. But sadly, we have to be wrapping this podcast up because Bailey has to be leaving,
I have to be somewhere, so.
and I have to drop off Colin at his house.
I appreciate that.
But all in all, we had a great trip. Wish we could tell more about it, but sadly, we don't have enough guys
when
there.
we get Bob, who will talk more about it. Sorry, so we didn't get the end of the podcast in here, so here's the ending. Next time we'll have Bob tell more about the camping and all that, and have some other fun stories. So look forward to that. I hope y'all liked.
Where Titan comes in, so you'll have to edit that out.
Yeah. I kind of messed up.
It's okay. But yep, we'll hear from Bob's perspective.
Yep.
And but sadly, we are logging off, and hopefully this will be one of the podcasts you guys hear, and we won't have another one after this before it comes out, and you guys get to listen to this and then have to wait on the next one. So you guys will be excited to hear that podcast, I'm pretty sure. We just need to get the artwork done. But
Yeah.
as always, this has been Saturdays with the Boys, a couple degenerates in a room.
Yep.
I am your host, Jonathan,
I'm your host, Bailey.
I'm that black guy Colin.
and we are Saturdays with the Boys signing out. Peace, y'all.
Peace.
Adios.
Fucking nigger.